Hey guys, this is Ailey and welcome to my channel Never Stop Learning. Some words give us trouble each and every time. They sound the same when spoken. They are homophones, words with same sound but their spellings and meanings differ. This video is about the common mistakes we make while writing. We usually frame a sentence in our mother tongue and then translate it to English. This leads to incorrect sentence structure. Some writing mistakes are very common and frequent. This video details some of the most common and easily avoidable writing mistakes. By learning to recognize such errors, you can improve your writing skills and avoid writing mistakes in the future. So let's get started. Confusing words number 1, your. Your English will improve if you're careful about these rules. In this sentence, you can see there are two words that have same sound. Let's understand the rule to use them correctly. Look at the sentence. Your performance is good. Sometimes we write your in this form, but in this sentence it is incorrect. You apostrophe re is contraction of words you and are. For example, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're funny. The correct word should be your. Your performance is good. Your is a possessive adjective and it describes a noun. It indicates that something belongs to or relates to people in general. Now here's a tip to check for the correct word. Substitute the word your in a sentence with the pronoun my. If it makes sense, then use your. If it doesn't make sense, then use you apostrophe re, your. Look at the example. Your cat. Now replace your with pronoun my cat. Yes, it makes sense. So the correct word is your. Whereas if it is you apostrophe re, it means you are cat. The same rule applies for its and let's. Look at the example. The house, while old, really has its charm. In this sentence, its is possessive adjective. He lost his toy, but he thinks it's in the dog's house. In this sentence, its is contraction of it and is. Now let's understand the use of let's. In the first sentence, my mother never lets me eat chocolate. Let's means to allow or permits. In the second sentence, let's have pizza. Here let's is contraction of let and us. Confusing words number 2, there. There, and there. Their is a possessive adjective which belongs to someone. There is an adverb of place which shows the position of noun, whereas they apostrophe re is contraction of words. There. Look at the examples. Put your tent over there. Here, there refers to a place. Mark and Jen carry their canoe. Here, there refers to belonging to them, which is a possessive adjective. They're ready for camp. Here, there is contraction of they and are. Confusing words number 3, than and then. Look at the examples. My dinner was better than yours. We made dinner and then we ate it. In both sentences, then and than are used incorrectly. Let's understand the rule. Then is an adverb of time. We use it when we are talking about something relating to time. So the correct sentence is, we made dinner and then we ate it. Whereas than is used to compare two things. My dinner was better than yours. Now look at this sentence. If two heads are better than one, then are men smarter than women by default? I think this sentence explains the difference between then and than. Confusing words number 4, has and have. We often get confused with these verbs. We usually use plural verb with singular noun, which is an incorrect subject-verb agreement. Let's understand the correct use of has and have. Has is used for singular subjects like he, she, it, and singular nouns, whereas have is used for plural subjects like you, we, they, and plural nouns. We use have with the pronoun I. Confusing words number 5. Receive. I received a receipt for my purchase. The spelling of receive and receipt are incorrect. Sometimes it is difficult to remember whether a word is spelled with IE or EI. So what's the rule? The rule is if a word has the letter C followed by I and E, then use E before I after C. The tip to remember the correct spelling of receive is to remember the use of Roman numeral 4 in the word. Confusing words number 6. Practice. I practice 7 days a week. That's a lot of practice. I think that's too much of practice. So let's understand the rule. The word practice ending with ISE is a verb, and the word ending with ICE is a noun. To better understand, place the article a or the before the word practice. If it makes sense, then it is a noun. If it doesn't, then it's a verb. Look at the example. The football practice, a doctor's practice. Similarly, place the word to before the word practice. If it makes sense, then it is a verb. For example, he needs to practice his skills. In order to improve, she needs to practice. In these sentences, practice is a verb. The same rule applies for the confusing words number 7, advise. The word ending with ICE is a noun, and the word ending with ISE is a verb. If the advice is a noun, it means an opinion you give someone about what they should do. For example, you should have followed my advice. You should talk to Laura. She always gives you excellent advice. In these sentences, advice takes the place of a noun. If advice is a verb, that means to give advice. For example, the salesman advised the customer to buy the product. She needed someone to advise her. One of the most common mistakes we do while speaking and writing is the use of past form of verb with the word did. Look at the example. I did saw her last night. Did can never be followed by a past tense or past participle of a verb. It is always followed by a present tense. So the correct sentence will be, I didn't see her last night. I didn't knew that he will call is incorrect. Always use the correct syntax. I didn't go, I didn't know. Now to talk about the past, use would. For example, I didn't know that he would call. So now you can guess the correct words by filling in the blanks. And now you can check your answers. I hope this video clarifies your confusion. For more informative videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Happy learning!